The ground trembled as a monstrous roar shattered the silence of the midnight sky. Princess Seraphina bolted upright in bed, her heart hammering in her chest. The castle walls groaned as if the very stones feared what lurked beyond them. Then came the second sound, a deafening crash, followed by the frantic tolling of the warning bells. She flung open her balcony doors, her golden hair whipping around her face as the wind howled through the city below. Fires flickered in the distance. Shadows moved in the streets. Guards, civilians, and something else. Something enormous. Then she saw it. A dragon. Not just any dragon. This one was unlike the creatures of bedtime stories and old legends. Its scales were blacker than the void, its eyes burning like molten gold. It moved with terrifying grace, its wings spreading wide enough to cast a shadow over half the kingdom. But worst of all was the unnatural glow pulsing from its chest, a sickly, enchanted light that made the air itself ripple. Seraphina's blood turned to ice. This was no ordinary beast. This was Nixthar, the Devourer, a dragon cursed by ancient magic to bring ruin wherever it flew. And now it had come for her. Seraphina barely had time to throw on a cloak before her chamber doors burst open. Sir Eldric, her most trusted knight, stood there, breathless. "Your Highness," he gasped, "we must go. The castle is under attack." She didn't hesitate. The stories of Nixthar were well known. No army had ever defeated him, no weapon had pierced his enchanted hide. If he was here, it meant something far worse than a simple raid. As she followed Eldric down the spiraling stone staircase, the walls shook again. Dust rained from the ceiling, and a horrifying screech echoed through the corridors. The dragon was inside the castle. They burst into the throne room, where King Alden, her father, stood with his sword drawn, his face grim. "Seraphina," he said, "there is no time. You must take the Starblade." Her breath caught. The Starblade was a weapon of legend, forged from the heart of a fallen star. It was said to be the only weapon capable of piercing an enchanted creature's hide. But there was one problem. "I don't know how to use it," she whispered. Her father's eyes softened. "Then you must learn. Quickly." The ceiling exploded. A massive claw tore through the stone, ripping apart the grand chandelier and sending shards of crystal crashing down. Nixthar's head came into view, its golden eyes locking onto Seraphina. And then it spoke. "Princess," it rumbled, its voice like thunder. "Come with me or I will burn your kingdom to the ground." The throne room fell into stunned silence. A talking dragon? Even in the oldest myths, dragons were beasts of destruction, not creatures of words. Seraphina clenched the Starblade. "Why do you want me?" The dragon's eyes narrowed. "Because you are the key to my curse, and I would rather die than remain its prisoner." Seraphina's mind raced. If she fought, the kingdom could fall. If she ran, she might never return. But if there was even a chance that she could break the dragon's curse? She tightened her grip on the sword. "Then take me," she said, stepping forward. "But if you betray me, I swear I will end you myself." Nixthar bared his fangs in something almost like a smile. "Then let us see if a princess can change fate." With that, the dragon spread its wings, wrapped her in its powerful claws, and took to the sky, carrying her toward a destiny darker and more dangerous than she had ever imagined. Nixthar carried her beyond the mountains, past the cursed lands where no human had ever dared set foot. They landed in a valley shrouded in mist, where ancient ruins stood, whispering of forgotten magic. Seraphina unsheathed the Starblade. "Tell me the truth, dragon," she demanded. Nixthar exhaled a plume of black smoke. "Long ago, I was a prince, cursed by a sorcerer who envied my kingdom. I was transformed into this form and bound to destruction." Seraphina's eyes widened. "You were human?" "Yes," Nixthar rumbled. "And only a royal of pure heart can undo my curse. That is why I need you." Seraphina hesitated. She had been raised to fear dragons, to believe they were nothing but monsters. But what if Nixthar was different? What if he had been wronged? just as she had been trapped in the expectations of royalty. "What must I do?" she asked. Nixthar lowered his massive head. "Strike me with the star blade, not in anger, but with the will to free me." Seraphina hesitated. If this was a trick, she would be giving him the chance to kill her. But something in his golden eyes told her he was telling the truth. She raised the star blade and drove it into the glowing curse mark on his chest. The dragon roared, not in pain, but in release. His body trembled, dark magic unraveling from his form like smoke in the wind. The scales melted away, revealing a man beneath them, a tall, regal figure with dark hair and the same molten gold eyes, Prince Nixthar. The curse was broken. The journey home was unlike anything Seraphina had imagined. Instead of a beast, she rode beside a man who had once been feared as a monster. When they returned to her kingdom, the people gasped in shock. But when they saw the kindness in Nixthar's eyes, the way he protected their princess, their fear slowly faded. Seraphina had left as a captive but returned as a hero. She had broken an ancient curse, freed a prince, and found something unexpected along the way, a destiny that was truly her own. And perhaps even something more. The end. Kids who love their mom and dad, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.